home of the National Football League, the National Hockey League, the National Basketball Association, and Major League Baseball. You're watching a SpinoKing Sports presentation. Upwards of 70,000 fans are here at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood as the 2-1 Los Angeles Rams play against the undefeated Indianapolis Colts. They are one of 4 teams to remain undefeated. The Texans defeated the Titans to win their first game of the season. All teams in the NFC West are above 500. The Cardinals are even in their record, and LA dropped 1 game to the Eagles.
Look there at spectacular SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, a good one in store. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Rams. With Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and this is Spencer Schreer to get things rolling. Off we go here in Inglewood. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Here's the Rams starting offense, led by 17-year veteran Matthew Stafford. 19 out of 33 of his passes were completed versus the Eagles last week. The offensive line up front: Alaric Jackson on the left, then Steve Avila, Coleman Shelton, Kevin Dotson, and Warren McClendon. The Rams running back is Kyron Williams, Puka Nacua, Tutu Atwell, and Jordan Whittington, the receivers. The rookie tight end, Terrence Ferguson.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But when he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
Defensively for the Colts: Kwity Paye, Adetomiwa Adebawore, Grover Stewart, and Laiatu Latu, Joe Bacci, Zaire Franklin, and Cameron McGrone, the linebackers. The Colts secondary: Charvarius Ward, Cam Bynum, Nick Cross, and Xavier Howard.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Rams first down
at the 48-yard line.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. First carry here for Kyron Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
The back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
That is Ferguson in motion. Stafford now on 2nd down. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
This is 3rd and 6. Atwell sent in motion here. Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. Good-looking screenplay there, a gain of 11 and a 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A give, and here comes Williams. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense on what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Anthony Gould now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
The starting offense for the Indianapolis Colts, starting with the former Giant, Daniel Jones, who has yet to win a game against the Rams. He'll face them today for the first time since 2021. The Colts O-line, Bernard Ryman, Quentin Nelson, Tanner Bortolini, Dalton Tucker, and Braden Smith. Jonathan Taylor, the runner in the backfield. The 3 receivers, Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, and Adonai Mitchell. Tyler Warren, the rookie tight end from Penn State.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early.
And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Spencer Schreer now on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Colts move out to a 7-3 lead.
7, Rams 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Rams offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's over the middle. He spots the tight end, Ferguson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That is a big play for L.A. 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Atwell sent in motion here. On the play fake, here's Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Stafford. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will score! 2-2 Atwell. Touchdown Rams.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Rams are on top. It's now 10-7.
Makes the score Rams 10, Colts 7.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Ashton Doolin now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll start out first down and 10.
Let's check out the Rams defense. Braden Fisk, Poona Ford the nose tackle, and Colby Turner on the right. The linebackers, Jared Verse, Nate Landman, Omar Spates, and Brian Young. Finally, the secondary. The two safeties, Cameron Kinchins and Cam Curl. Darius Williams and Kobe Durant, the corners.
From the gun, it's Jones. To the left side and taken in by down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Now a give running left with Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Jones. He gets this one complete to Pittman. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. That's good for a Colts first down.
First down, Colts.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Jones keeping this one. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 6. On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Jones going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's down. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. That's out quickly to Pittman. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play.
You're watching SpinoKing NFL Sunday. SpinoKing NFL Sunday, presented by Madden NFL 26 by EA Sports. Now available, rated E for everyone, by Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? Inspired by Fox NFL Sunday. Same game with a new attitude since 1994.
Taylor gets it out of the pistol. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Throwing now is Jones. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Taylor. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he will get into the end zone. Adonai Mitchell. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Schreer now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Colts are on top. It's 14-10.
Colts 14, Rams 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Atwell sent in motion here. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll go again with Williams. And And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Tutu Atwell was the one he was looking for. And that'll set up 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
On the return is Gould. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
31-yard line.
Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Jones now on 1st down. That's Tyler Warren, the tight end. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Jones. In middle, and he's got down. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 11 on the play.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw is Jones. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Tyler Warren, the man he was looking for there. And it'll be 3rd down.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long, and as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet, but I can promise you they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
On the sideline, taken in by Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He was brought down by Jared Burris. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Rams' 26-yard line.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Throwing, Jones. He's got it at the 7, and he'll take this one in. Tyler Warren. Touchdown, Colts.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
Schreer now on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Colts are out to a 21-10 lead.
Rams 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to see what they can do. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Here's a handoff to Williams. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
A throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. He was looking for Terrence Ferguson, the tight end.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Jones gonna hang on to it here, and he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Jones. Completing this one to Downs. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll run on 1st down with Taylor, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage, and in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's 3rd and 7. To throw is Jones. A short pass taken in by Warren. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Daniel Jones. Touchdown, Indy. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Schreer now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Colts add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, this is Blake Corum. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. And they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First down, Stafford. That's into the hands of Jordan Whittington. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 4 at the Colts' 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. The open man is Nakua. And they will get the first down here and move into field goal range inside the 25.
That's good.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that. But it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And a critical tackle there. They were getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Our new Spinos NFL trivia question. Which current Indianapolis Colt has tied Lenny Moore's 20-touchdown record, which was set in 1964? We'll be back soon for the answer.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, it's Doolin. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Colts offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He was brought down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Out quickly to Mitchell. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Jones. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
They went into halftime knowing that there was not a lot of room for error coming out here in the second half. So a nice job here defensively. Good start. Now the offense has to do their part. Can they cut into this deficit and make this thing a ball game?
So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Xavier Smith, deep to return. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Rams offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Stafford now on 3rd down. defenders have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Colts offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with first down from their own 11.
Let's continue the trivia. The question is, which current Indianapolis Colt has tied Lenny Moore's 20-touchdown record, which was set in 1964? He's down on the field right now. Jonathan Taylor. He is tied with Lenny Moore with the most single-season touchdowns, which he set in 2021, 18 rushing and 2 receiving.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. Off-balance throw, it's complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. Play action now. It's Jones. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And 3rd down coming up.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver, and when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball, and he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Yards. First down, Indianapolis.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
That's out quickly to Pittman. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Complete to Michael
11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
And the Colts.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Jones now on first down. That one into the hands of Downs. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
A gain of 9.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Fake the handoff. Now Jones. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion. I don't mind the call. Down here this close to the goal line, you're trying to account for the extra defenders. In this case, you're trying to read them, but give credit to the defense. They had the running back accounted for and the quarterback.
Taylor going to try to pull his way in. Good blocking, and he's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Make no mistake about it, he may get to glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Schreer now on for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Colts will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
35, Rams 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, you're going to try to keep it going. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Right side, complete to Nakua. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll try to run for it with Williams. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
SpinoKing NFL Sunday, presented by Madden NFL 26 by EA Sports. Now available rated E for everyone by Suave. There's more to it beyond hair care. Inspired by Fox NFL Sunday. Same game with a new attitude since 1994.
Fourth quarter commences. It's a run by Taylor. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
First down, Colts.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
7-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Indianapolis.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Jones. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll try to set up the screen here. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
So on 4th down, here comes Spencer Schreer for the Colts field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. The Rams offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Stafford now on first down. That's caught by Puka. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, L.A.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Now it's Williams. Had to push through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
What is this?
2nd and 11. To throw is Stafford. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
Matthew Stafford scrambles from the pocket.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Williams. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. An injured player on the field, and it's the running back, Jonathan Taylor. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. A run with the former K-State product, DJ Giddens. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
the left side and taken in by down. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. The Colts about to kick this one away, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. Now fair catch is called for and made right there at the 45.
First and 10.
Puka Nacua and this Rams offense come back onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point.
Let's go field. Gotta go deep on this one. Hey, let's go.
Atwell sent in motion here. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Stafford. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That one into the hands of Atwell. And he's going to have a Rams first down. And it's a big letdown there defensively. Somehow they allow them to convert on 4th and long.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They run over center with Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
First down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Atwell sent in motion here. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and It ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got it inside the 5. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Cardi now to add the extra point. The kick is good, and the Rams are able to edge a bit closer.
Rams 17.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So it's a win for the Colts. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
Home of the National Football League, the National Hockey League, the National Basketball Association, and Major League Baseball. You've been watching a SpinoKing Sports presentation.